Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and a very warm welcome to Pointless, the show that makes big winners out of the lowest scorers. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hi, I'm Adam. This is my wife, Davina, and we're from Stoke-on-Trent.
Couple number two.
My name's Keenan, and this is my girlfriend, Rihanna, and we're from Bristol.
Couple number three.
Hello, I'm Lucy, and this is my son, Alexander, and we're from Derbyshire.
And finally, couple number four.
My name's Robin, this is my wife, Soph, and we're from Leeds.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very much, all of you. A very, very, very warm welcome to Pointless. It's absolutely wonderful to have you all here. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce, a TV host who is also a goodwill ambassador. Today's contestants are desperately hoping she hasn't already used up that goodwill at the UN. It is my Pointless friend. It is Anita Rani.
Plenty of goodwill, plenty. I've just got it under here. I just pull it out when I need it.
But you are a UN goodwill ambassador.
Correct, yeah.
When did that happen?
A couple of years ago for the Refugee Agency. Can you believe it?
Goodness me.
Me and Angelina Jolie.
Well, did you have to go somewhere? There was an investiture?
Well, there are plenty of refugees in Bradford, my hometown.
Yes.
And they do a big event called the Nansen Awards in Geneva every year, which is their equivalent of the Nobel Prize, and I host that for them. It's an amazing opportunity to do some good.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. You're doing a lot of good here as well.
Well, I'm having a very nice time,
Well,
so
thank
it's
you.
lovely to be here.
Always lovely to have you here.
Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed, Anita. Now, Hugh and Mitch got through to the final last time, and they did not win the jackpot, which means we add a further £1,000 to that. So today's jackpot starts off at £5,250. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. Just one thing to remember while you're playing, it's always going to be the pair with the highest score at the end of each round that gets eliminated, so keep your scores as low as you possibly can, and everything will go splendidly. Best of luck to you all. Our first category today is creatures in cinema. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns collective nouns for animals in film titles, Anita.
Oh, yeah, this is a good one. On each board, you will see 7 film titles containing words that are also collective nouns for animals. However, we've replaced those animal collective nouns with the names of the animals they refer to. We'll also give you 2 actors from each film and the years in which these films were released. Please give us the collective nouns.
Thank you very much indeed. So we are looking for the missing collective nouns in each of these clues. OK, here's our first board of 7. Lions and Prejudice, Keira Knightley, Matthew McFadden, 2005. Falcons Away, Tom Hanks, Helen Hunt, 2000. Wolves, Up Your Troubles, Stan Laurel, Oliver Hardy, 1932. The Twilight Saga, Moths, Kristen Stewart, Robert Pattinson, 2010. Rhinos, Don Cheadle, Sandra Bullock, 2004. Married to the Kangaroos, Michelle Pfeiffer, Alec Baldwin, 1988. And Crows on the Orient Express, Kenneth Branagh, Daisy Ridley, 2017. Just well done to our question setters.
Yeah.
Once again, pulling it out the bag. Now, Adam, welcome back to Pointless for your second appearance. Tell us more about yourself, Adam.
I'm a locksmith from Stoke-on-Trent, and in my spare time, I shouldn't say this, but I love film, and it's going to backfire on me now, awfully.
You could have held that back.
No.
As a locksmith, you should have known you could have kept that in. There'd be ways. So, locksmith, I mean, is there a sort of actual locksmith training, or is it something you just sort of pick up?
There are training courses up and down the country that you can partake, but you learn it on the job, really. Out there in the field, outdoors, you don't learn it sitting.
And so most locks, they fill you with no fear or dread at all.
Little fear, yeah.
OK. Adam, what are you going to go for on our board?
I've completely drawn a blank, which is so frustrating. I'm going to have to go for a really obvious one, which is going to be the top one, Pride and Prejudice.
OK, Pride and Prejudice, says Adam. You're going to know some of these, aren't you?
Yeah, everyone.
OK, I'm afraid that's the curse of the first podium. Let's see how many of our 100 said Pride. Pride is right. 68 for Pride.
Well, it's the right answer. A pride of lions is usually made up of related females and their offspring, plus a male or a smaller group of males who defend them.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Keenan, welcome to Pointers. It's terrific to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
So I'm a politics and international relations student at the University of Bristol. I'm in my third year now, so I'm in my final year. And in my spare time, I love playing guitar. Like, that's been sort of my main interest since I've been quite young, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm a guitarist in a band with Rihanna, actually. And it's a band called Winebox in Shout Out.
Winebox?
Yeah, Winebox.
What about that?
That's such a good
Yeah.
name.
Very good. So, what kind of music is Winebox?
I don't like to say it, but it is kind of indie, and I don't like that. I don't like that.
I know, but I'm so glad you did, because it's the kind of music I love. So, brilliant, superb. Now, Keenan,
Yeah.
what are you going to go for?
It's not my best subject, this one. So I think I'm going to go for Pack Up Your Troubles for Wolves.
You are going to say, pack up your troubles. Stan Laurel, Oliver Hardy. How many of our 100 said pack? Pack is right. Well, 68's our high score, and you passed that. Oh, look at that, 41. This is all good, Keenan.
Yep, the name of the film is taken from a popular wartime song, Pack Up Your Troubles in Your Old Kit Bag. It featured Laurel and Hardy as two war veterans helping an orphan child find her grandfather.
Oh,
Sounds lovely.
very nice. Thank you very much indeed, Anita. Alexander, welcome back. It is your third show.
Is indeed.
Yes, this is your last chance to tell us more about yourself, Alexander. The floor is yours.
Well, as I set my own working hours, I also set my own downtime. So having a lot of relaxing in the evening is very important to me. So about a year ago, I thought yoga was absolute hogwash, but now I'm like proper well into yoga. I'm doing hot yoga. I'm even training to become a yoga teacher now. And like, I don't recognize the guy I was a year ago.
Wow. You're going to become a yogi, don't you? I mean, it sounds like you might.
I've got that. I can tie my hair up like they do as well. And I'm
This is
pretty
all
free
good. It's a
still.
great
So
first
with
step.
your blessing, of course.
Of course you can. Of
Thank you.
course. Alexander's, you see. We watch each other's backs. Now, what are you going to go for here?
Can I just say, amazing question. Really racks like a good part of my brain. I'm not going to take risks. I've done too many risks. So I'm going to go with the one I'm very confident in, which is the bottom one, which is Murder on the Orient Express.
Murder on the Orient Express, says Alexander. How many of our 100 agree with that? Murder. Murder is right. Down it goes. Look, 68, then 41. You're on 45.
Yes. Now, there are a few theories as to why a group of crows is called a murder, but one of the most popular is a belief from folklore that crows would gather and decide the fate of a crow that has gone against the flock. If found guilty, the crow in question would be murdered.
Oh,
Vicious.
aren't they?
If you go against us, you're out.
Yeah. A lot of them in the murder as well. Thank you very much indeed, Anita. Now, Sophie, welcome back to Pointers. It's your third show as well. We must hear more about you.
So for the last maybe 8 years or so, Rob and I have been developing properties in our free time. So we've done a couple of renovations and then we built a house in our garden.
So when you
us.
renovate, do you live in the house while you're renovating it?
Yeah, well, we've done a bit of a mix. So the first one, obviously, a bit of a tighter budget. We lived in
Yeah.
it, so lots of kind of microwave meals when the kitchen was being ripped out. And then we tried to do one a little bit quicker so we could move in faster, and that we kind of moved out, got some people in to do some
Yeah.
of the work, and yeah, and then we moved in. So,
It's quite a fun thing to do,
but
though.
it's
I mean,
fun.
if you
We
enjoy
loved it. Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Is
nice
it
thing-
fun, though? Is it fun? How many times did you nearly split up?
Actually, we were pretty good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Rob's nearly cut his toe off. I think that was the biggest, closest disaster we had. But
That's
yeah.
resilience. That's amazing. Well done.
That's amazing. Sophie, you're the last person to have this board. Would you like to talk us through it?
Yeah, I can give it a go. So, based on the actors, I think the top one's got to be Castaway. I'm really not sure on the Twilight Saga one. I think I'm going to kick myself. My guess for the next one is Stomp, but that is really clutching at straws, and I don't know the last one. So I'm going to go for Castaway.
Castaway for the second one down. Shall we see a cast of falcons? Is that right? Yes, it is. Very well done indeed. Castaway, absolutely right. 68 our high score, 41 our low, and you passed all of them. Down you go to 14. Very well done, Sophie.
Yeah, very good. The desert island used in the film Castaway was Monuriki Island in Fiji. It's officially uninhabited, but now offers tours to the locations used, so you can go and visit it.
We have.
You've been there.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
Well done. He doesn't remember.
He doesn't remember, no.
All right, let's see what else we've got up there. Right, Xander.
It's not a speed of rhinos, is it?
It's not.
No.
It's a crash of
Of course
rhinos.
it's crash.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
It's good,
It's
isn't
crash.
it?
Yes.
Crash of rhinos. 4 points. Best
It's a Married to the Mob, I know that.
correct for 24. A mob of kangaroos and moths. What's the collective noun?
It's not, well, I mean, it won't be a cloud or anything like that.
It's
Twilight
beautiful.
Saga.
It's an eclipse of moths. How stunning is that?
Yeah,
And that's
lovely.
8 points for that one.
There we are.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much indeed. We're halfway through the round. Let's have a quick look at those scores. Sophie and Robin, brilliant work there. 14. Now we travel from there to 41, where we find Keenan and Rihanna, and from there to 45, where we find Alexandra and Lucy, and from there to 68, Adam and Davina. So, Adam, how many of those films did you know?
All but one.
All but one. Nah, never mind. Davina, you get the whole remainder of the round to study the board and find a lovely low-scoring answer. Good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? Well, now, we're going to put 7 more film titles up on the board with animal names standing in for the collective noun of those animals. Here they are. Bad Parrots, Anthony Hopkins, Chris Rock, 2002. The Dolphins Generation, Amelia Clark, Chiwetel Ejiofor, 2023. Blue Tigers, Martin Lawrence, Luke Wilson, 1999. Fish of Rock, Jack Black, Joan Cusack, 2003. Saturday Night Stingrays, John Travolta, Karen Lynn Gorney, 1977. Black Hawk Hares, Josh Hartnett, Ewan McGregor, 2001. And Risky Ferrets, Tom Cruise, Rebecca De Mornay, 1983. Now, Robin, welcome back to the show. Great to have you with us again. We need to hear more about you, Robin.
Sure, yeah. So last year, when we were travelling, actually, did our day skipper sailing qualification.
That's fun.
So, yeah. So the plan for the next holiday is rent a boat, hopefully.
Very nice. So, I mean, like, being a day skipper means that you're never too far from land. Is that basically it?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
But it also means you have to, you're much closer to rocks. I mean, you're right by the coast there. So it's not without its hardships. I mean, is the next thing maybe offshore skippering, or would
Potentially, yeah. I think we'll rent our own boat, see how we go.
see how
If
you
it's
go?
too nerve-wracking, maybe call it there. But, yeah, if we
Maybe.
like it, maybe carry on.
You can buy a doer-upper and renovate the boat,
Yeah.
like you did with your house. There we are. Now, listen, Robin, you're on 14. If you can score 53 or less, you're already into round 2.
It's a tough board for me, this one, actually. I'm going to go School of Rock.
School of Rock, says
Yeah.
Robin. OK, here is your red line. There we are. Can we get you below that with school? It's right. Oh, yes, we can. Look at that. Brilliant. 44 for School of Rock, taking your total up to 58.
Yes, well done. Such a successful film. It was turned into a TV series and a musical, and it became Andrew Lloyd Webber's first to debut in 2015 on Broadway since 1971.
That's extraordinary.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a TV series.
Yeah, I didn't know either. I knew it was a musical. I really
I
wanted
knew
to
that.
see it.
Yeah,
And also anything with Jack Black in it.
always.
Just always.
Always. Lucy, welcome back.
Hello.
Time to hear more about you, Lucy.
Well, I am of Greek descent, so of course we enjoy our Greek holidays. So I promised myself when I get older and I've got a bit more time,
Yes.
I'm going to do a tour around Greece and all the Greek islands, just to take in all the sights. Yeah.
Very good. So
Yeah.
when you go to Greece, is there one particular place you always return
We
to?
have been going to Corfu, the north part, Kalami, which is where My Family and Other Animals was written.
Oh,
Yes,
beautiful.
yeah, so it's just lump on the
Very
beach
nice.
and just take it easy. Yeah.
So lovely. And do you speak Greek?
Yes, I do, of course.
Brilliant.
Yes, but apparently it's village Greek, so I get by, but it's not like the Queen's English. It's not proper Greek, but I do get by.
Well, maybe they respect that. They think, this is proper. This is
Yes,
village.
yeah.
We love this. Now, Lucy, you are on 45, which means
Right.
22 or less is what
Yes.
we need from you.
I think it's
22
going
or
to be a
less.
high score, but I'm going to go for Saturday Night Fever.
Saturday Night Fever for the Stingrays.
Yeah.
Here is your red line. Shall we see how many of our 100 said fever?
Wow.
Fever's right.
Oh, it's high though.
64. It's a big one. Takes your
Yeah.
total up to 109.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. Now, stingrays are usually solitary creatures. However, they gather in groups when they're migrating or breeding. And this can lead to frenzied and frantic behaviour, which is why a group of them is known as a fever.
Well, they just get so giddy and excited.
All right, mate, haven't seen you for ages. Woo!
Fun. There we are. Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Rihanna, welcome to Pointless. Good to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
Hi, I'm a final year student at the University of Bristol. I study politics and international relations. That's how me and Keenan met. And I'm also really passionate about art and pottery. I've got my own website where I sell my own creations.
Good for you. I mean, do you work on a wheel or do you build things?
I do sometimes, but it's quite expensive. So I sort of have to use like clay from the bag and.
Yeah, very good. And what do you do in Winebox? What's your role there?
I'm the singer. I also play guitar, but I sort of just make Keenan do all the guitar so I can focus on singing.
Quite right. Now, Rihanna, you are on 41. 67 or less gets you through.
I'm going to go for risky business.
Risky business. Business instead of ferrets. Here is your red line. Nice and, well, comparatively high. Can we get you below that red line with business? It's right. Through you go to round 2. Down you go to 28. Not bad. 69, your total.
Yeah, well, now, why might they be called a business? It may come from a more historical noun for them, a busyness. So it's just become a business.
Busy. Well, it's become a business, like so many things do.
Yeah, I think it's because they like to do business. I think they kind of get together and discuss.
Yes.
Excel spreadsheets.
Yes. A board of ferrets.
Yes, a board of ferrets.
Yes. You could never get bored of ferrets.
Ever.
Never. No. Thank you very much indeed. Now, Davina, welcome back to Pointless. Great to have you here for a second time. Tell us more about yourself, Davina.
So I think it was during lockdown and I was pregnant and we kind of got into gardening a little bit. I'm not very good at it, but I enjoy doing it. I find it really nice to go out into the garden and the boys come out with me and we just do bits and bobs out in the garden.
It's just so nice.
Yeah.
Did you plant lots of new things? Or
we did.
Just,
I didn't do a lot of the planting and things like because I was getting bigger and bigger, but we did do a bit in the garden.
Yeah.
And I've just carried it on.
It's so exciting when you put things in yourself and they're kind of yours.
That's
You're responsible
what I like,
for
seeing
them.
it like grow and then like I go, oh, it's done now.
It's like a recurring story every year.
Yes.
A new narrative, which is brilliant. Good for you. Now, Davina, I'm not going to ask you to talk us through the board because there is a scenario in which we could have a tie. So 40 or less is what we're looking for.
OK, I'm hoping it's right. Black Hawk Down.
Black Hawk Down, says Davina. Down for hares. Here is your red line. Where, I wonder, do we end up with down? Down is right. Nope, there we are. That's our tie situation. That scores you 41, takes your total up to 109, which means Lucy and Alexander and Davina and Adam are tied. So we take an answer from each pair, starting with the pair nearest the column. Davina and Adam, feel free to confer. And Lucy and Alexander do the same. OK, what would you like to go for?
We'll go for a streak of tigers, blue streak.
You're going to say a streak of tigers. OK, and Lucy and Alexander, what would you like to go for?
No, going to make something up. The young generation.
Yeah, we'll just say the young generation. We know it's wrong, but we had a lovely time.
Generation. OK, so we have blue streak and the young generation. So streak, should we see how many of our 100 said that? Streak is right. That goes down to 4. Very well done indeed, taking your total up to 113. Meanwhile, Lucy and Alexander have gone for the young generation. A young of dolphins? It's not entirely out of the question. Let's just see. You get a red line, and there it is. Let's see what happens when we say young.
Yeah, we knew
Bad
it.
luck.
Yeah, we knew it.
I'm sorry, that scores you 100 points, takes your total up to 209. There we are.
As it is, though, Lucy and Alexander, even if you had known the other two, you wouldn't have gone through because blue streak is the best answer on the board. We're guessing that's your film knowledge, not your tiger knowledge.
Yeah. It came back finally.
The top answer, bad company.
Oh.
Company of parrots, 5 points. And it is the pod. Pod generation, yeah. Pod of dolphins.
There we go.
12 points, there you go.
There we are. Well, thank you very much indeed, Anita. That brings us to the end of our first round, and it means this is very sad. Lucy and Alexander, you've been absolutely outstanding. It's been lovely having you on the
We've
show.
had a great time.
I'm sorry we haven't seen you rise to glory, though, on Pointless. But as I say, thank you so much for playing.
Thank you.
Lucy and Alexander. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. Oh, very well done, everybody. Superb work there. Sophie, in normal gameplay, you were our lowest individual scorer there, so very, very well done indeed. And Robin and Sophie, our lowest combined scorers. Adam and Davina, you came up with actually the lowest score on the whole round, but then that was a supplementary question there. And just Rihanna and Keena, it's lovely to have you here. Best of luck to everybody. Our category for round 2 today is winter sports. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns flags of countries that won medals at the 2022 Winter Olympics or Paralympics. Anita.
Yeah, on each board, we're going to show you 9 flags of countries whose competitors won medals of any colour at the Winter Olympic or Paralympic Games, or both, that were held in Beijing in 2022. Please tell us the countries. It's as simple as that. Good luck to all of you, and good luck if you're playing along at home.
Thank you very much indeed. So we're going to put up a board of 9 flags on each pass. Here is our first board of 9. There we are. Look at those beautiful, striking colours. I'll just give you a moment to absorb. And then you merely have to say the name of a country that might be up there. Adam, what are you thinking of?
I think flags is not my strong point. We'll go Spain, I hope, is there.
Spain, says Adam, with fingers crossed. Let's see if that's right. How many of our 100 said Spain? Absolutely Spain. That takes us down to 44.
Yep, Spain won a silver medal at the Winter Olympics in the women's snowboard halfpipe event.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Keenan.
I think this is right, and I'm hoping it's right. The top right is Finland.
Finland, says Keenan. Shall we see if that's right? Finland? It is Finland. Very well done indeed. 44 is the only score we have at the moment, and you pass it. Down it goes to 33. Oh, divisible by 11 so far.
Yeah, how satisfying. Finland won gold medals at both games. Finland men's national ice hockey team won gold. It was their first ever gold in ice hockey. At the Paralympics, they won gold in men's giant slalom and men's snowboarding. There we go.
Thank you very much indeed, Anita. Now then, Robin, if you wanted and were able to, you could talk us through the whole board.
Could I not? Could I?
You're extremely welcome to swerve. Yeah, you could just come up with a country.
I think my answer is going to be Italy.
OK,
yeah.
Italy. Shall we see? Is Italy up there? Italy is indeed up there. 44 is our high score, 33 is our low, 59 our new high score.
Yep, Italy won gold medals at both games. At the Paralympics, Italy won 2 golds in the men's visually impaired skiing. At the Olympics, Italy won 2 golds, including 1 in curling in the mixed doubles team event.
Let's have a look at these.
OK, top left, we've got Japan. We've got 68. And coming down to the next row, Germany. Germany, 66. That beautiful flag in the middle.
Isn't that lovely?
Isn't it gorgeous?
Oh.
Central Asia, it's Kazakhstan.
There we are. Look at that. Beautiful.
That scored 5, good answer. Then we've got Estonia for 7. And everybody knows the United States, high scorer, 87. And then Belgium, 33.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed, Anita. We are halfway through the round. Let's have a little recap of those scores. 33, the best score of the past, Keenan. Very well done indeed. We travel from there to 44, where we find Adam and Davina, and from there up to 59, where we find Robin and Sophie. Sophie, you get the new board. Good luck finding a lovely low-scoring flag there that might even things out a bit. Right, we're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, 9 more flags to go up on the board, and here they are. Again, I'll just give you a moment to drink in the flags. Sophie, have you found a lovely low-scoring one?
I can only hope so. I'm going to go for Slovakia.
Slovakia. says Sophie. You don't get a red line, I'm afraid, as you're the high scorers. But let's see where we end up with Slovakia. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that's incorrect. Scores you 100 points, takes your total up to 159.
Yep, Slovakia's not up there, I'm afraid, but I will give you the correct answer at the end of the round.
Thank you very much. Now then, Rihanna, all the pressure is off. Doesn't matter what you score, you are through to the next round. What would you like to go for?
I'm going to go for Switzerland.
Switzerland. Shall we see how many of our 100 said Switzerland? Switzerland is right, and it goes down to 65, taking your total up to 98.
Yep, Switzerland cleaned up at the Winter Olympics. They won 7
as you would
goals.
hope.
I mean, yeah. They all came in the skiing events. And at the Paralympics, they won a bronze, again in skiing. They just love it. They're so good at it.
Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Davina, you are also through to the next round. Doesn't matter what you score. Do you feel like doing a mop-up here?
I wish I could. I'm going to go for Canada, please.
Canada. Shall we see how many of our 100 said Canada? There's no red line for you. You're already through. Canada is right. Goes down to 83. Couldn't matter less. Takes your total up to 127.
Well, we thought Switzerland did well. At the Paralympics, Canada won 25 medals, including 8 golds. Legendary Paralympian Brian McKeever took part in his 6th Games, winning 3 golds in skiing events. At the Winter Olympics, Canada won 26 Olympic medals. They won 4 golds, including gold in the women's ice hockey event. They're just showing off.
I think they are. I think they are.
Very
OK,
good. Right,
so,
can we clear up this
right.
board? Well, first of all, you said Slovakia, Sophie. It's a really similar flag, bottom left, but it's Slovenia, and that would have been 3 points if we'd got that. Should we start at the top? Top left, that's Latvia, 7 points. Moving along, we've got Sweden, 53. France, of course, 66. That lovely one in the middle there, that's South Korea, 33. Coming down below there, Austria, 8. And then Norway, 33.
Thank you very much indeed, Anita. That brings us to the end of our second round. It means we say goodbye to our next pair. Again, it's another show 3 pair. Sophie and Robin, I'm sorry. This is where we say goodbye to you. It's been so lovely having you on. Thank you for coming to play, but I'm sorry we're not sending you home with a trophy. Sophie and Robin, brilliant. But for our 2 remaining pairs, now time for the head-to-head. Congratulations, Rihanna and Keenan, Davina and Adam. You are now 1 step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands, let's not forget, at £5,250. Now, before we play the head-to-head, we have a chance to put even more money into that jackpot by seeing if we can find a couple of pointless answers. So here goes, just for fun, you understand. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many UK university mottos in English as they could, Anita.
Yep. You'll see 6 options for our mottos of UK universities translated into English. 2 of these mottos are pointless. 2 are not UK university mottos at all. £250 in the jackpot for each pointless answer you find.
Thank you very much. So can you find the pointless university mottos from these 6 potentials? And we have: a city is built on wisdom, ever to excel. From the earth to the sun, a world without knowledge is no world at all. I remember, and from the stars, knowledge. Does anybody know anything?
No, the From the Earth to the Sun sounds like a film tagline.
It does, actually, yeah, you're right.
But I didn't go to uni, so I don't know if you guys have got any.
Well, Rihanna and Keenan, what would you like to nominate as a potential pointless?
Do you think, like, a world without knowledge is no world at all? What's that bit cringe cliche? What do you reckon? Yeah. Well, we'll go with a world without knowledge is no world at all.
A world without knowledge is no world at all. Should we see if that is a pointless university motto? It is a UK university motto in English. One. Too much knowledge. That's what it is. Davina and Adam.
We're not sure, so I just like the sound of it. I remember. I think it sounds
I
nice.
remember. Shall we see? I remember. Is that a pointless university motto? Oh, no, bad luck. Oh, well, there we are.
Not even a university motto. It's the motto of the Canadian province of Quebec, translated from French. OK, so let's work our way down. A city is built on wisdom is a pointless answer. That's from the University of Nottingham. The original is in Latin. Ever to excel. That's the motto of the University of St Andrews, originally in Greek. Pointless answer. From the earth to the sun is from the University of Central Lancashire. That's originally in Latin, and that would have scored 1 point. From the stars, knowledge. Oh, we like this. The motto of the Starfleet Academy in Star Trek, translated from Latin.
See, that's nice.
That's lovely.
Marvellous.
Yeah, sorted.
There we go. Thank you very much indeed. Well, bad luck we didn't find any pointless answers, but it was fun. Let's play the head-to-head. Now, the first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot, and you're now allowed to play as a pair. You can confer before you give your answers, so best of luck to both pairs. Here is our first question, and it is all about opera without musical notes, Anita.
Yes, we're going to show you 5 operas, but we've removed the letters A, B, C, D, E, F and G from their titles, the letters of the musical notes. We've included the composers as an additional clue. Please give us the most obscure opera, please.
Thank you very much indeed. So can you identify these operas with missing notes? And we have T-H-M-R-R-I-O-I-R-O, Mozart. T-R-M-O-N-I-S-H, Joplin. L-T-R-V-I-T, Verdi. P-O-R-Y-N-S-S, Gershwin. And R-M-N, Bizet. There we are. Now, Rihanna and Keenan, you get to go first as our low scorers.
We'll go for La Traviate. Yeah.
La Traviate for Verdi. La Traviate. Now, Davina and Adam, can you talk us through that board?
I think you've got The Marriage of Figaro first. I'm not sure the second. You've got La Traviata and then Porgy and Bess, which is the one that we'll go for.
You're going to go Porgy and Bess. So we have La Traviate and we have Porgy and Bess. Now, Rihanna and Keenan went for La Traviate for the Verdi. What happens when we say that? Yeah, bad luck.
What?
Bad luck. So, Davina and Adam, you merely have to be correct with Porgy and Bess and you will win this point. Porgy and Bess. It is Porgy and Bess, so very well done indeed, Davina and Adam. Down it goes to 17. But it means, after one question, you are up 1-0.
Yeah, you had a bit of a duff note there, didn't you? It should have been an A instead of an E with Traviata, but yes, yeah, would have scored 26. The top, you were right. It is The Marriage of Figaro for 16. Do you know the next one, Sander?
I'm trying to work out. It's Scott Joplin, but it's Tradmonish with an E on the end.
Tremonisher.
Tremonisher.
Yeah, that's
Well,
a pointless
never heard of
answer.
it.
And the last one, Carmen, exactly, yes. 22. Well done if you got those at home.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed. Right, well, here comes your second question. Here's the thing, Rihanna and Keenan. Davina and Adam get first dibs on this one, but you've got to win it to stay in the game, so good luck. Our second question is all about specialised footwear, Anita.
Yeah, we're going to show you 5 pictures of specialised footwear worn for specific activities. We'll also give you alternate letters in the names of the activities. Please give us the activity these specialised shoes are used for.
Thank you very much indeed. So, can you identify these activities from their footwear? We have A, R-C-C-I-B-N. B, R-L-E-B-A-I-G. C, S-R-N-I-G. D, B-L-E. And E, L-C-O-S. There we are. Davina and Adam will go first.
We think we know them all, but we're going to go with A, rock climbing.
Rock climbing, say Davina and Adam. Rock climbing. Now, Rihanna and Keenan, can you talk us through the rest of that board?
Yeah, so I think we know all of them as well. So we think B is rollerblading. C, we think, is sprinting. D, we think is ballet. And what we're going to go for is we're going to go for lacrosse for E.
OK, E, lacrosse. So we have rock climbing and lacrosse. Davina and Adam went for rock climbing for A. Should we see how many of our 100 said that? Rock climbing is absolutely right. And down that goes to 34. Meanwhile, Rihanna and Keenan have gone for E and are saying lacrosse. Should we see how many of our 100 said lacrosse? Lacrosse is right. And that, 43, it's close. But very well done indeed. Davina and Adam, after only 2 questions, you are straight through to the final 2-0.
Yeah, well done, Davina and Adam. OK, let's go through the board. You've answered them all correctly. Rollerblading is the second one. That's for 51. The only answer that would have got you through, and I can see why you would have gone for lacrosse, because you'd think that that would have scored less, but sprinting, actually...
Look at that.
20.
They look like they're made of glass.
They do, don't
Don't
they?
they?
Beautiful. Sci-fi shoes.
Yes.
And then, of course, ballet for 63. Yeah, high scoring round.
Thank you very much indeed, Anita. Well, that brings us to the end of our head-to-head round. And the pair we say goodbye to, Rihanna and Keenan. I'm actually glad, because it means we get to see you again for a second show. And maybe we can take it one step further then. Anyway, thank you so much for playing, Rihanna and Keenan. For Davina and Adam, though, it's now time for the Pointless Final. Congratulations, Davina and Adam. You've fought off all the competition and you have won our coveted Pointless trophy.
Brilliant.
You now have a chance to win our Pointless jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £5,250. Well, it's only show 2. And you were head-to-head last time, taking it one step further this time, just like we hoped you would. The only thing between you and that jackpot of £5,250 is a pointless answer. What subjects would you like to see come up?
For me, film, but not animal nouns and film, would be a great one.
I'm not sure. Film, so you can take the lead.
Well, look, you know what happens. 4 things will appear. We just have to hope one of them, at least, appeals to you. The 4 things that we can offer you today are Terry Pratchett, basketball achievements, pop music Sugar and Spice, and TV series starring Jason Bateman. What do we think?
Songs. Yeah.
Pop music.
Sugar and Spice?
Yes.
OK, Sugar and Spice it is, Anita.
OK, we are looking for any UK Top 40 single or UK Top 40 album by the Sugar Babes, or we're looking for any UK Top 40 single by the Spice Girls or its members. That's Melanie C, Emma Bunton, Victoria Beckham, Jerry Halliwell Horner and Mel B as solo artists. EPs don't count. Double A-sides will be counted as separate answers. We will accept tracks where they are the named or featured artist. This is according to the officialcharts.com as of July 2023. Good luck to both of you, and good luck if you're playing along at home.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, as always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that jackpot is for just one of those answers to be pointless. If you can find 3 pointless answers, we'll throw in a £500 bonus. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let us put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Do you know anything obscure by any of them?
I don't think I can think of obscure.
Baby When You're Gone, Sporty Spice.
Oh, we've run out.
Northern Star.
Oh, Northern Star, yeah, I got that one.
I'm not a big Spice Girls.
I think I like one Sugar Babes album, but I can't remember.
Maybe like a Christmas one by the Spice Girls or Park Sugar Babes. Stick with Spice Girls, you know Spice Girls.
I can think of like all the obvious, like Viva Forever, To Become One.
That one for Jerry Halliwell, what was that one? Goodbye.
Goodbye. Viva Forever.
What's that one that Victoria Beckham did with, not Daniel Bedingfield, the other guy?
No, it was Daniel Bedingfield.
What was that?
I can't remember. It was like, she was in that.
The cars and stuff all came around.
Yeah, it's not about to get through this, that's just him, isn't it?
10 seconds left.
Be When You're Gone.
Yeah, Northern Star.
Northern Star. And then just something that you can pull out your head at the last minute.
Just gave Viva Forever.
Viva Forever.
OK, that is your time up. Let's have your 3 answers.
OK, so there'll be Baby When You're Gone.
Baby When You're Gone.
Which would be the Spice Girls
Yep.
solo.
Northern Star.
Northern Star.
Northern Star.
and Viva Forever.
Viva
And
Forever.
Viva Forever. All three from the
Spice
second
Girls,
category,
solos,
Spice
yeah.
Girls. OK, of those three, which is your best shot at a pointless answer?
I think Baby When You're Gone.
Baby When You're Gone.
OK, Baby When You're Gone we'll put last. Least likely to be pointless?
Viva Forever.
Viva Forever, and then Northern Star. So Viva Forever, Northern Star, Baby When You're Gone. OK, well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order, and here they are. We have Viva Forever, Northern Star, Baby When You're Gone. They all look great on the board. Now, if one of these turns out to be pointless and wins you that jackpot, you'll be leaving with £5,250. What would you like to do with that?
I think anything to treat the boys. I want to do a bit of decorating as well.
We need the floor
So
in the
one
hallway.
extreme to the other.
Yeah, but that's nice. You can cover all those things, surely.
Yes, definitely.
Please can one of these win that jackpot for you. Viva Forever was your first answer. In all three cases, we're looking for UK Top 40 singles by Spice Girls or members of the Spice Girls. Viva Forever was your first answer. Let's see how many of our 100 said that. But it's right. If it goes all the way down to zero, you will leave here with £5,250. Viva Forever takes us down through the teens into single figures, still going down. Viva Forever down to 5. OK. Not a pointless answer. So let's move swiftly on to Northern Star, your next answer. Exactly the same criteria. Let's see for £5,250 if this might be pointless. Well, it's right. Viva Forever was right. Took us down to 5. Northern Star. If this goes all the way down to zero, £5,250 is yours. We go down single figures with Northern Star still going down, passing 5 still. You have done it! Very well done indeed. Fabulous work. Huge congratulations. Northern Star is a pointless answer. You have just won £5,250.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Well done. Your next answer was When You're Gone, not Baby When You're Gone. Bryan Adams' song with Melanie C. And actually, that was a pointless answer as well. So, smashed it. Congratulations. Shall we have a look at some other pointless answers? Starting with the singles and albums by the Sugar Babes, Angels with Dirty Faces, Taller in More Ways, Ugly, Walk This Way. Other big hits of theirs that were pointless were About a Girl, Get Sexy and In the Middle. Moving on to Top 40 singles by Spice Girls or its members and solo artists, here are some of the pointless answers you could have had. Headlines, Friendship Never Ends, I Want You Back by Mel B featuring Missy Elliott, Mi Chico Latino, Jerry Halliwell, and When You're Gone. Lots of pointless answers here. In fact, every solo release was pointless apart from I Turn to You by Mel C, It's Raining Men, Bag It Up, and Look at Me, that were all by Jerry and all scored points. It doesn't matter. You did it. Well done.
Thank you very much indeed, Anita. And thanks once again to our winning players, Davina and Adam, who take away today's jackpot of £5,250. Brilliant. Join us next time when we'll be putting more obscure knowledge to the test on Pointless. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Anita.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.